I have always had sort of a pseudo bucket list where I would write things down on slips of paper or on my phone or what have you on the computer, but nothing in the form of a real bucket list until about 5 years ago when I was on the hunt to find my passion. And I was trying all these new things because I knew that there was going to be just one thing that I was amazing at. And when I was searching for passion, I realized that that search was my passion. I loved having these new experiences. I thrived off them. I loved meeting new people, trying new things, inspiring people to step out of their box. And so about 5 years ago is really when I started to write down my bucket list and have it all laid out for me on the items that I wanted to do. And then about 3 years ago, I started to blog about it to hold me accountable for all of the things that I wanted to achieve in my life. It is really difficult to describe the feeling that I get when I achieve a goal because it is so different than any other feeling that I have. It is exciting and exhilarating, and it gives me a sense of pride in myself for having tried something new and accomplished something new. That feeling is something that I am continuously trying to capture because I love it so much. And that is probably a huge reason why I continue to follow my bucket list so closely. If you ask, does my bucket list help me relax? I would have to say yes and no, depending on what I'm doing at the time. There are times when I'm extremely dedicated to accomplishing a goal where it can get frustrating, but frustrating in an extremely good way. But then there are other times where maybe I'm blogging about something that I have done, and it's extremely relaxing to me just because I don't have the opportunity to think about anything else in my life. I am extremely focused just on writing and accomplishing a post or something like that. So that part to me is extremely relaxing. I absolutely recommend having a bucket list to anybody, whether you call it a bucket list or a life to-do list or a dream list, whatever you want to say that it is. I think it's extremely important to write your goals down and be held accountable for them. Because there are many, many times where you're just in conversation with people and you're saying, oh, I'd love to do that, or hey, that sounds cool. And it's just a fleeting moment because you'll forget in the next half hour that you said, oh, yeah, I wanted to do that. But once you have a list and you refer to that list, it kind of forces you to take action, whether it be baby steps or large leaps and bounds, whatever it is. It is a fabulous thing to do. It has absolutely changed my life, and I think that it could change a lot of people's life if they wrote down all of their dreams too. My blog is really a place where I can write about my journey and adventures in my life that go along with my bucket list. Do I think that I inspire others? I do. I do think that I do that. Just because they can read about my little adventures that I have and hopefully think to themselves, that seems easy and that sounds like fun and I can do it too. Is it the main goal of my blog? No, my blog was really written to hold me accountable for all the goals that I said that I wanted to do. But inspiring people has been an extreme bonus. Anytime I get an email from somebody thanking me or saying that they have learned something or were inspired, it absolutely touches my heart. So the blog is really now meant to do both. The most important advice that I would give to anybody that wants to start a bucket list is to write it down. It is so important to keep a record of your goals. And sometimes when you are just going to say, okay, I'm going to write a bucket list and I'm going to sit down for a half hour and I'm going to write everything I want to do for the rest of my life, that is way too much of an undertaking. So I would recommend like carrying a notepad with you when you're in conversation, write down, hey, I want to do that. So you can add it to your list and then have a master bucket list that you continuously add items to. Every item on my list is just as important as the next one. So deciding on what I want to accomplish most is very difficult for me because taking a new route to work gives me as much pleasure as giving blood. I know that sounds strange, but it's just true. It's really about accomplishing the goal. If I had to choose, I'd probably say either building a house for habitat because I think that that would be an amazing experience and rewarding. Or I really want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm totally not sure what I would do yet, but I'm thinking about accomplishing the most goals on a bucket list or having the largest bucket list or knitting the longest scarf ever. I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know. What's next on my list is pretty easy to answer because I am heading out for vacation in just 2 days. And I will be going to Cozumel, where I will be visiting a Mayan ruin. And then we'll be heading to Belize, where we will be cave tubing, which will accomplish the Explore a Cave goal. And then we're off to Honduras, where I am going to be able to hold a monkey and visit a turtle farm. And then to Grand Cayman, where I am going to be able to swim with stingrays. So we have a lot planned in the next 10 days, and I can't wait.